Are you ready to be provoked in your mind, inspired in your spirit, and stimulated to be a better you? Then get ready. TNT Talk, television's inspirational talk, starts now. Welcome to TNT Talk tonight. This is Bishop Dr. Tyrone Smith, and I am here with my lovely wife, Lady Savannah. We are delighted to be back with you on another broadcast and sharing an opportunity of the things that are going on in the world, in the community. And I want you to go ahead and share, like, and invite and let people know that we are on the air. This is TNT Talk. Sweetheart, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Bishop. Long day, but it's always productive, so that's good.
Yeah,
Productive.
yeah, we're getting a lot done. We're getting
Yes.
a lot done. Um, we've been all over the place. We were blessed to be down in the Carolinas over the
Yeah.
weekend, and certainly shout out to the newlywed Okoye
And Tiana.
and Tiana Whittington.
Yes. Don't forget that.
Don't forget that part. Don't forget that part. And so we want to shout out them. They are newlywed over the weekend, and so we send our love to our entire family down in South Carolina. It was in South Carolina. It was good to be there, and now in North Carolina.
Yes.
So it was good to be with them.
It's
So we
always
got
good
a.
to be with family.
It is. It always is. It always is. So it's a lot that's going to be going on in the broadcast. A lot that we're going to be talking about. We've got to recap the ultimate elimination because it's been quite the experience over these last couple of weeks. Some conclusions were obvious, some conclusions were quite surprising. And stay tuned because the ultimate elimination is coming back tonight, and we've got some interesting eliminations on tonight. So again, we need you to share, like, and invite right now. Let everybody know that TNT Talk is on the air. First and foremost, we will get to this not on this particular broadcast, but we're certainly going to talk about this whole thing that was shared from a specific individual who seemingly in his preaching suggested that we ought not give to the poor. I don't understand the theology of that. And I am currently teaching systematic theology right now. And I have no idea where do you get that theology. I don't even know because theologically and philosophically, we were the poor.
That's true.
He became the scripture, he became poor
Yes.
that we all might become rich.
That's what
How
it
in the
says.
world did we get here? I mean, just because we got fancy clothes and we got a little money, and now we
I
think
don't
we don't
know.
have to do nothing to the poor? Is that where we are now?
That's where we are.
Yeah, well, he can go on, he can take that drive, but we won't be doing that over here.
Yeah.
We won't be doing that because woe unto anyone
Hmm.
because at any given time, given a turn of events in the world,
Absolutely.
a few folks that's riding high will be riding low.
Absolutely.
It only takes a few things. It
That's
only takes
true.
a few things.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that theology and psychology, like even beyond the theology of it, the psychology of that.
Yeah. It's definitely something wrong with
I don't
that.
understand that. Where do we get that from?
I don't know, Bishop, but it's
Mm,
not good.
that's that's odd. I don't even know how do you wake up and say such a thing. Don't give to the poor because there's no multiplication in that. And there are a ton of scriptures. Like I didn't even, do you know, I didn't even bother to just tell the producer, just give me a whole bunch of scriptures. I just figured, we'll deal with that in due time. We'll deal with that.
Amen.
We'll deal with that. But we got some other things to talk about because we are now removed from not one, but two hurricanes within a 30-day window that have come through the North American peninsula. Wow. it has been very difficult for the residents that are in Florida, that
Parts of
are
North
in
Carolina.
North Carolina, parts of South Carolina, and even some parts of it, Georgia.
Really?
Oh, it's bad,
Oh, wow.
and we certainly send our prayers to all of them down
Mhm.
there because it has been a lot. Many of them right now, they're going through a lot
Mm.
in revitalization and restoration, just trying to pick up the pieces from the storm. And I have also spoken with an individual down in Florida,
Mhm.
and um, our sister,
Yes.
Apostle
Priscilla.
Priscilla,
Mhm.
is down there, and she said they experience where they are. Now, they were south of where the track of Milton came through
Mhm.
in Miami and Miami-Dade, but she said in their region, they had over 20 tornadoes touch down.
Oh my gosh.
20, 20
Wow.
tornadoes. 20 tornadoes. Can you imagine 20
No,
tornadoes touching down in a specific region pretty much almost at the same time?
I could not imagine.
That is a different type of weather occurrence.
It is, but you know what that all says for those that may not be aware. It's a sign of we're living in the last days. It's a
I
sign of the
mean, we
times.
are living in the signs of the time.
If you don't know, pick up your Bible because we are living in it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Certainly shout out to Sharetta. Elder Sharetta is on tonight. Certainly appreciate you being on
Hi,
tonight.
Elder.
Had a chance to talk to her today, and we certainly are praying for you in your endeavors, and we're praying much success
Yes.
um, as you will continue in your corporate life. So we're definitely praying for you, and so
Yes,
we're
we are.
certainly we want to go ahead and start inviting people on. Certainly want to say that the TNT Talk is sponsored by the Doyen Network. It is a fingerprint of excellence. You can visit us at www.doyen.network. www.doyen.network. I certainly want to say also, too, sweetheart, in the midst of all the other things that are going on, um, we're in the midst of the baseball season. And certainly shout out to the Orioles. They had a great season. Unfortunately, they were swept by the Kansas City Royals. And then, ironically, the Kansas City Royals were dismissed.
Well, I'm not a
Uh,
baseball fan,
I'm
so
not either, but when the Orioles are involved, you can't help it. You got to always cheer for the home team.
yeah.
They didn't do well, but that's okay because the Baltimore Ravens is holding it down. I would like to send our well wishes to the little Bengals. Little shade there. We're gonna
Just a little.
send our well wishes to the Bengals, and send our well wishes down 95 to the lowly Commanders who have fallen under the hands of the mighty Ravens. Shout out to the Ravens. Cheers
Cheers for now.
for the woman who's voting for Kansas City. We hoping to see y'all again real soon.
Are you going to see us? All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll just set that right
Talk
there.
your talk. But I promise you, it's gonna be a little bit different the next time around.
We shall see.
I'm telling you now. We got Freight Train Henry, and he is not to be played with, leading the league in rushing right now. Matter of fact, the Ravens
Yes,
are
he
the number
is.
one rushing team in the NFL, and they are also, by the way, the number one offense in the NFL right now.
That's nice.
Holla at your peoples.
That's nice.
Holla at your peoples.
Hmm.
So I'm just trying to say, uh, don't fool with us because ready or not, here we come.
We're ready.
You don't want the smoke.
We want the smoke.
You don't want the smoke. I'm
Oh, we
telling you that
want it.
now. You don't want it. You don't want it.
Patrick Mahomes all day.
It's okay. Talk your homie homes. Talk your homie homes because Freight Train Henry,
That's okay.
and the slithery, slippery slope of my man's, he gonna take care of the business.
All right, we'll see.
Because I'm telling you now, Mr. Jackson ain't nothing to play with. He ain't nothing to play with.
He's not, but we'll see.
Ain't nothing to play with. You gonna see. You gonna see. So shout out to my teams. Shout
Good to
out to
see you
Kevin
as
Yo.
well,
It's good to
Kevin.
see you on tonight. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Listen, I want you to go ahead and share, like, and invite right now and let everybody know that the TNT Talk is on the air. We can ready to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to give you the results of the ultimate elimination, which was very interesting over these last couple of weeks. So stay tuned for the results of that, and stay tuned for the new votes for the ultimate elimination. But before I go to break, how are we tied for first with the squealers? I know, I mean, really, but that's okay.
Did you say the squealers?
Yeah, they're supposed to be the Steelers, but they are the Squealers.
Oh, wow.
But that's okay because just so you'll know, before we deal with my homie Holmes, we're gonna deal with the Squealers.
We'll see.
We're gonna deal with the
Watch yourself
Squealers.
now.
Because I'm telling you right, we own the North. Okay, we own the North. Y'all gonna have everybody gonna have to come and see us in a minute.
All right.
Everybody gonna have to come and see us.
We'll be ready.
Listen, we gonna take this commercial break and we'll be right back. This is TNT Talk. We'll be right back.
More Americans are driving every day to work, to school, to church, or just to travel. And with all the new drivers on the road, accidents are sure to happen. Are you frustrated because your insurance keeps increasing? Are you shopping for a new car but need a good insurance rate? Then call Goosehead Insurance, the Smith Firm and Agency, the DMV's leading insurance broker. Whether it's a new car, too many tickets, a history of accidents, DUIs, or simply it's just too expensive, scan the QR code on the screen or visit us online at www.smithfirm.agency and submit an application for a quote. It only takes 2 minutes, and with AI technology and over 23 carriers to assist you, we can bind your policy and get you covered in the same day. Give our agents a call at 443-264-4398 or visit us online at www.smithfirm.agency. We're not just an agency, we're a standard of excellence.
Okay. Welcome back to TNT Talk. This is your host, Dr. Tyrone Smith, again here with my lovely wife, Lady Savannah. And it's time for us to talk about the ultimate elimination. If you don't know what it is, you better ask somebody. We've been talking about this whole ultimate elimination, just a little fun. We picked two things, and you got to choose between one or the other one. The one that you pick is the one that's got to go. All of its works, it never existed. You can vote here, right in the chat, or you can vote where, sweetheart?
You can vote via text at 410-793-7238.
All right, let's get down to business. First, I want to shout out my brother, Coach Sean Smith is in the building. I appreciate. Oh, by the way, my producer wanted me to make clear. Shout out to the Newtown Junior Varsity football team as they are 5-0 under the leadership of Coach Sean and the other coaches there in Newtown. Want to shout them out. They holding it down. Look like they on their way to a championship. The road is clear. It looks like they might run the table. I need y'all to be prayerful for them. All right, now let's get down to business. First, we're gonna deal with tonight. Let's deal with tonight. Um, who won? Wait a minute. Who won 50-0? Good gracious. Oh, by the way, as I shout out Newtown, I want to shout out Kevin Yule's son, my
Yeah.
man Superman Cam, holding it
I know.
down for Aberdeen.
All
And I,
right, Ken.
and I'm saying and I still want to state my case. I'm going to be my nephew's agent. uh, little JT Jalen Smith, and I also want to be uh, Cam's. Uh, I want to be his agent too. Them
You
dudes
put
is
your
holding it
bid in,
down.
huh?
What you saying? Varsity Newtown beat Eastern Tech 50-0.
Oh man, they got spanked.
Why talking smack?
Okay.
Why talking smack? Golly. That's a beatdown right there.
Yeah.
That's a beatdown, ladies and gentlemen. Good gracious, that's a beatdown. All right, let's get down to business. It's the ultimate elimination. Y'all know what it is. I need you all. First, before we go into our new ultimate elimination, let's deal with the results from the previous ultimate elimination.
Are you over it now?
My wounds have healed.
Thank you.
My wounds have healed. Thank you very much. Thank you
Good to
very
hear.
much. Uh, And shout out to my nephew, his birthday weekend coming up, and his homecoming
Yeah,
for the
JT.
Mustangs, and they're looking for the dub this weekend. If y'all ain't doing nothing, Sean, post that information in the chat so that way, if anybody that wants to come, they certainly can come. We love for them to come and celebrate Lil Jay's birthday, and also come out to the football game. Now, previous results previous results. Mr. Producer, can you put up the previous results? I want to just show them what we were voting on last. We'll get to the new stuff first, but gotta talk about the first one, which was it was something. The first one was Whitney Houston and Luther Vandross, and boy, did that come down to the wire. It was close. It was the closest of all the eliminations we've had thus far. It was very close. But, ladies and gentlemen, after a very close vote, I would like to announce that the viewing audience has spoken. And the winner is Whitney Houston. Whitney stays and Luther goes.
Okay.
The people have spoken. Then, after that, we went from Luther and Whitney. We had to talk about two other very, very unique singers and very much a part of the 90s, Sade
And Anita
and
Baker.
Anita Baker. I'm mad about it too. Let me tell you, because I voted for Luther. But, the people have spoken. One voice cannot override the people. Thank you, Sean, for that. Um, we can't Apostle is tough. I mean, the people spoke. I mean, I wanted Luther, but they wanted Whitney. So now, between anita baker Anita Baker and Sade,
Yes.
the people have spoken, and the winner is Sade. Sade took down Anita Baker.
I
there
can
will
believe that.
there will be no apologies over here.
Nope.
That was a little shade. And then it got real wicked
That was
for car
obvious.
lovers. No, actually, before we did that,
Oh no, we're not
no,
going
we
there.
ain't going there yet
No, we're
because
not
we
going
had
there.
we had, I mean, a absolute beatdown. This was probably a 50-0 right here. This was a 50-0. Bobby Brown
It's
was
obvious right there.
completely hosted. Think he got one vote.
Yeah, I can believe it.
I think he got one vote. He got one vote. I mean, we are all things Mary J. Blige over here.
All
I'm
day.
telling you. I mean, my man didn't get no vote at all. He got one, I think, one vote. But then it got real sticky. It got real messy. It got real personal. And we had to choose between two of the most elite vehicles on the road, common, even though they are luxury vehicles, but they are very elite on the road. It was between the Mercedes Benz and the BMW. And I just want to announce that with a very, very broken heart,
Say that again.
The people have spoken. And Mercedes Benz was the winner.
Which one?
Mercedes
Can
Benz.
you say it again?
You ain't getting it again. Kevin, I don't know what's wrong with you, sir. We're going to let that slide because Cam is my man. So now we got the results in, but what if you had to choose between Under Armour and Nike? One of them will have never existed. One of them would have never have come along. You've got to choose. It's between Under Armour and Nike. I need you to cast your votes at doyenministries@gmail.com, or you can vote by text at 410-793-7238. One of them has got to go, and the people are speaking, and Nike is already out the gate. Nike is old.
No.
Oh, wow. Bye-bye. Hit them with some boy band. Bye, 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 bye.
I'll take Under Armour.
Oh, so uh-oh. All right, it's 2-1 because the lady has spoken, and there's a vote for Under Armour, but we've got two Nike. Nike only because I have a contract. Oh, well, yeah, whatever it's going to take. And there it is. We got a 3-1 already. We got a 3-1, and you might as well add in a fourth one because I'm Nike all day.
I already know that.
I'm Nike all day. Like Under Armour. Their apparel is very nice. Don't get it twisted. But I'm going to tell you right now, what would the world be without Jordans?
Oh my goodness. Here we go again.
Where are we going? We are
cares about
infested
Jordans?
with Jordans right now. We're
Okay.
infested.
Air Force One.
Do you understand Air Force? Come on now. That's funny.
That is hilarious.
That's funny. Sharetta said, lie, Sean. Most of your shoes are Nike. Which she ain't lying because most of them are.
They are.
They are. It's a shame that she know more of your stuff than you do. Ain't that something? But what if, because we got to deal with it. It's time to settle the matter. It's time to get it on the table, and it's time to lay it to rest. What if we had to choose between Android and Apple? Let's get it on. Let's get it on. It's time to deal with it. It's time to deal with the monkey, the elephant, the giraffe, the goat, all of it in the room. Which one has got to go?
Apple.
Uh-oh, here we go. Apple is out the gate. Apple is out the gate. I need you to vote. I need you to cast your vote. doyenministries@gmail.com via text 410-793-7238 or right in the chat right now live. I need you to make your voice heard in the ultimate elimination. We've got Nike against Under Armour. We've got Android against Apple. I need the people to speak. Need the people to speak. Wow.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go. Kevin got his whole family involved. There you go. Here we go. Android is out the gate. It's 4-1. It's 4-1. It's 4-1. Android all day. The doctor's favorite fruit is now using Android charger. Look at that. Oh, look at this. Android all day. You can sneeze on that iPhone. It'll crack.
Oh my.
That's funny. That is funny. And it look like Android is wearing Apple out, and you can cast my vote in there. I'm all things Android as I sip my tea. You ain't cast your vote yet.
I said Apple has to go.
Oh, I good. You better say don't be. You better watch yourself.
I'm just saying.
I'm watching you.
You know, I'm Android for life.
You come talk to me, girl.
For life.
Toast to that right there. That's what we talking about. We all things Android over here. Android is crushing right now. It's crushing.
Even
But
if they
again,
weren't crushing, I'm still
but we
I'm
still
still
got
looking
some.
for a
We'll
thing.
still get some votes offline. We'll see where this goes. But as of right now, Android is crushing. Nike is crushing, and then we just got to see. Uh, no, sir, you've already voted. You only get one vote, sir. You get one vote. You get one vote, and that's it. All right. You spoken. You said iPhone. We heard you. That's all you get. You get nothing else. Just one vote. We like the democracy of the United States. When you go to the poll, you vote one time. Now go sit down. There's no more voting for you, sir. There's no more voting for you. No more voting. All right. Now, this one is for my movie buffs. This one is for those who absolutely love the hero movies, who are die-hard comic fans. What if, what if you had to choose between the X-Men or Avengers? What say ye? I need the people to speak. I need you to vote right now. I need you to vote right now. Sweetheart, tell them where they can vote at, please.
You can vote via email at doyenministries@gmail.com. You can also cast your vote via text at 410-793-7238.
And here we go. X-Men has taken the lead right out the gate. X-Men's leading out the gate. X-Men's leading. X-Men's leading. I need you to vote. I need to hear the people's voice. Talk to me, somebody. I need you to talk to me. Let's do a recap before we go to this last commercial for tonight, and then we'll get right into our subject matter. Need you to vote. What if you had to choose between Under Armour or Nike? Need you to choose between Under Armour and Nike. And then, sweetheart,
Yes.
what if
You had to choose between Android and Apple or X-Men and the Avengers.
for you movie people and X-Men is leading right now strongly 2-0. And then we had one more. We had one, isn't that one? Is another we voting for? Is it
No,
one
we
more?
did 3
Is this
already.
3?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just happy.
Yeah, I think
Okay, I'm
so.
just happy. Okay, I
Yeah,
understand. I get a little happy. All right.
that's okay.
So there's our votes. There's our votes. I need you to get out. I need you to get to the polls. We need to hear the people's voices tonight. We
Not
need
to
to
the
hear
polls.
we need to hear the people's voices. X-Men's leading right now. I need y'all in the chat to vote, share, like, and invite right now. Let them know we're voting between Nike and Under Armour, Apple and Android, X-Men, and the Avengers. I need you to cast your vote. Let's go to a commercial. You're watching TNT Talk. I need you to go ahead and share, like, and invite. As we go to commercial, we'll be right back and we'll get right into our subject matter. This is TNT Talk.
In this age of technology, graphics are everywhere. PGEE Graphic Design offers flag banners as a great way to display your church, business, or organization. These banners can go up to 12 feet high, 3 feet wide. You can get a feather or teardrop custom banner today. Need a custom logo, seal, or crest for your business, church, or title? Let PGEE Graphic Design help you. Make sure your brand fits your vision. Within 5 days or less, we can give you the image you're looking for. PGEE, designing with you in mind. Nothing makes an event look good like a retractable, backdrop, or X-frame banner. And PGEE Graphic Design can design your banner and enhance your event. We have many different sizes to choose from and a 7 to 10 day turnaround to get the banner to you. Need a poster design for a special event or funeral? We take our time and design with you in mind to ensure the look you want in the time frame that you need. No matter what your graphic needs are, our team of graphic designers can handle it. Websites, book covers, flyers, letterhead, yard signs, invitations, funeral obituaries, embroidery, car magnets, and so much more. PGEE stands ready to assist you with one or several of your graphic needs. Give us a call 410-793-7238 or via email pgee.graphic@gmail.com. PGEE Graphic Design. We design with you in mind.
And we're back to TNT Talk. You are now viewing us as we're talking about TNT Talk News. And I wanted to talk about something very, very sensitive on tonight that happened in Arkansas, where a man whose 14-year-old daughter had been kidnapped. And, sweetheart, he found the kidnapper that had kidnapped his daughter. I also found out that the guy that kidnapped her was actually very familiar with the family and the situation. And they had actually, the father uh, had a restraining order against this guy. And so apparently he winds up getting her. He found her. The police got involved, and unfortunately, he murdered him. He killed him. Well, he didn't murder him. He killed him. We've got the clip. I want to go to this clip, and I want the people to see from Fox News. I think it's Channel 4 there in Arkansas. I want you all to just listen in on this uh, and just tell me what you think, and we're going to get right into this.
Yes, and we don't own the rights to this video you all are about to see now.
Americans trust nurses. The largest union of nurses trusts Angela Alsobrooks to expand
And certainly
healthcare
we'll
and
have
lower
all
living
the
costs for working families.
commercials and
She
also
will
broke
take on
in.
Big Pharma.
Everybody else.
I mean,
allow
this
Medicare
race,
to
this
fully
Senate race
negotiate
is
the
something
cost
here.
of prescription drugs.
Let's get
And
into that
she's
video.
the only candidate in this race who has always supported reproductive freedom. In this election, vote with nurses to care.
My tea lady.
Angela Alsobrooks for U.S.
That's
Senate.
right. You sitting here though.
I can't do it.
Can't do it now.
I'll give you all the tea that you want once this is over.
That's not what we want.
Definitely not. Wrong one.
There it is right there. All right. So let's just we'll scroll back up there, Mr. Producer, and I'll just read it. Go down a little further there. All right. So an Arkansas father was arrested after allegedly shooting and killing a man who was found in a vehicle with the father's missing 14-year-old daughter. Aaron Spencer, 36 years old, reported his daughter missing on Tuesday. In the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office, deputies were dispatched to the home. But as deputies were on their way to the residence, they learned that Spencer had found his daughter in a vehicle with Michael Fossler, who was 67. A confrontation ensued between the two men before Spencer allegedly shot and killed Fossler. Um, Deputies arrested Spencer on preliminary charge of first-degree murder, a Class Y felony. He was booked in the Lonoke County Detention Center before being released the next day after posting bail. Um, the sheriff, John Staley, said in the video on Facebook that Spencer has not been formally charged yet and that the district attorney office will decide which charges to file. Staley said it was a tragic situation and his thoughts and prayers are with all that are involved. Spencer's wife, Heather, said on Facebook that Fossler had a no contact order with her daughter for stalking and raping the 14-year-old over the summer, and that she and her husband feared he might kill her. She said that she and her husband were unaware Fossler was again in contact with the child. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there. So I want to talk to men. I need you all to tag and share with some men right now. I want to pose a question um, based upon what we just read. I want to pose a question and I want to ask, if it were you as a father, as a matter of fact, because we've got women and men, I'm going to specifically address men because it was a man, but I also want to get a woman's opinion as well. I see Aaron Bradshaw. Shout out to Aaron being on tonight. Um, and certainly to Kevin, who I also know is a father. Gentlemen, I want to ask a question. And for those of you that, if you want to just share your opinions in the chat, you can. We'll certainly read it. If you want to even come in, we'll pull you in and let you share your comments live on the show. But I want to know, if it were you, especially knowing that there was already a contact order that was already in place to prevent him from interacting with her, and then he winds up with her again, and confrontation takes place. He kills him. Men, what would you do? How would you handle that type of situation? What's going through your mind in a situation like that? In particularly this situation, because I also want to be clear that if they had already went to the law and they had already had a restraining order for him to stay away, and then it's violated because this 67-year-old man is dealing with this 14-year-old girl. As a father, how do you, what, are you a citizen first? Are we going to just allow due process to take place? Or as a father of a 14-year-old interacting with a 67-year-old, what say ye tonight? What say ye? What would you do? What would you do in a situation like that? What would you do? Let your voice be heard. I want to say that as a father of a granddaughter, um, that's a hard place. I appreciate. Uh, I want to start off with Aaron. Aaron said he probably would have been dead the first time, but there seems like since information is missing. What,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, with I agree with what he said. It
what
seems
he,
like some
it's
information
some,
is
if
missing.
Kevin said he would have died after the rape.
Yeah.
He would have died after the rape. Um, that information, I got that information
Yeah.
today.
Mhm.
A lot of that information wasn't available on yesterday when I first read it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm pretty sure they'll probably
it's
update it again.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I know what it's like because in the name of ministry, a few years ago, we had a member who was kidnapped, and we got the call to because they found out where she was at, and I had to move quickly and called a couple of my guys. And I want to be clear, I'm not going to lie about it. It wasn't a prayer moment. I didn't fall on my face. I got on my phone and I called my guys and I said, hey, this is what's going on. This ain't Bishop talking. This is Tyrone talking. I got a situation where a young lady that's in my church has been abducted. I know where she is. We need to get her out. And I need you to bring your guns and we gonna deal with it. Um, they said, all right, we on the way. One was in one part of Baltimore on the backside of 695, and the other one was trying to get free. He was tied up, trying to get free to get to me. And I knew I had to move, and I wound up taking my sons with me um, to a very dangerous situation. Um, we were able to get there. I told her to unlock the door at the hotel. We went in, we got her out, and I had a confrontation with the abductor. And a few words were exchanged. And I clearly said to him, I said, this is over. I said, this is over right now. And I made it clear that if he came any close to me, that you might come over to me, but you ain't going to make it back. And ironically, he was an older man. I later found out about a year after that he was a part of a group of men that she was actually going to be sold to another man the next day. It was definitely a unique situation. I will definitely tell you, the young lady was the spiritual daughter. She wasn't my natural daughter. But even in that, I had to move. It was tough. There was a lot of emotions in it. Um, Fortunately, afterwards, the police got involved and, due process. But in all of that situation, when you're in that moment and things are going on, you're thinking about the safety of this young lady. I can't say that these men are wrong because when you have a daughter and Aaron has one daughter, his one daughter just turned 17 years old. Can you imagine some grown man having been with your daughter and now you have to let due process play out in hopes that due process is going to be sufficient in the matter. As I say that, I also want to be very clear that that same due process in the state of Texas executed a man falsely for a murder that he didn't even commit. So, where we have had to deal with a criminal system and a judicial system that has not necessarily been advantageous for us, how do we expect to allow due process to process when at times when processes were being done, they were not working for us, they were working against us? This is a tough situation.
It is.
So I don't say I don't fault you all, and I want to be clear that there's no judgment in TNT Talk. There's no judgment here. And I want you to know that you have a right to express how you feel. Because when you're talking about your child, you're the protector.
Right.
And when you're the protector, you've got to make sure. Right now, promiscuity is so high
It is.
and morality is so low.
Yeah.
So you've got all kinds of things that are going on. So now I'm going to flip the script And now I'm going to ask you, ladies, even if, even if the father was not able, but you were there, how would you handle it?
It's a tough place.
Talk your talk.
I mean, it would definitely be a tough place. It's easy to say, as we were talking before, you know, that it's easy to say what you would or would not do in these situations. You would hear some, talk about extending grace and forgiveness, but to be
It's
honest,
hard.
it's
It's
easy to say that until the shoe is on your foot.
absolutely.
So I don't know. I believe they would see a different. I know they would see a different side of me.
Well, I think that's safe to assume. I don't think you're going to offer them communion.
Well, of course not offer communion. Am I going to say that I'm going to kill them? Am I going to say in that moment that I'm not? It's really tough to say, but it's not going to end pretty. I'll tell you that much.
Well, Chrissy was very clear. Shout out to my daughter being on. She just basically said, he's dead. He's dead. There's not even, I mean, there's no buts, no, maybes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
but I'm killing for my kids.
yeah,
I'm killing for my kids. Um, it's very difficult. It's very difficult because of the judicial system. It's hard to have faith in a system
yeah,
that has so many times failed us as a people.
yeah. And then you and I were talking the other day about this. Yeah, I could say that I would kill him. Again, I'm not going to say that I would not, but at the same time, you still have to be mindful of the others that you making this decision. What is impact is it going to have on your family? Do you have other younger kids? I mean, it's certainly some other things that you definitely need to think about.
And
Because you're going to go to jail. I mean, and you can say you'll probably get out, but at the rate where we're seeing things happen with the judicial system, I have no faith in that.
and so is Kevin's sentiment. I have no faith in the
I
judicial
agree with
system.
you. Hmm.
The justice system is definitely, it's hard to have faith in it.
It is.
There's been a lot of faulty decisions. There's been a lot of mishandling of evidence, all kinds of things. Um, and it's been not favorable in totality for us as a people. And so when I look at this situation and I think about this man finding this man with his daughter, which he had already had an interaction with her,
Yeah.
something's wrong. Something's wrong. There's a whole lot in this
That's
situation.
missing.
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Something ain't
And
right.
I think
Something
that's
ain't
what
right. Something ain't
Minister
right.
Aaron was
Now I don't
mentioning.
know what that is, but we're just going to take the facts as they were presented.
Yes.
And all I'm saying is something ain't right.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Agreed.
Something's not right. Something is missing in the story, and something wrong
It
with the
is.
system when you try to abide by the system and
Yeah.
you put restraints in place, and then your child is still in the hands of this predator.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? Ladies, let me hear from you. Let me hear from you. Um, this is TNT Talk, and we're talking about the abduction of a young lady, 14 years old. Abductor is 67 years old. The father finds him with the daughter. Confrontation ensues, and he kills him. He's arrested, and then he is let out on bail. Now they're making some determination as to how the charges are going to go. But what would you do in a situation like that? Let me hear your opinions in this. What would you do? How would you respond to such a thing? How, as a father, if that was your child, how would you respond to such a thing? I want to hear your voice. Let your voice be heard. Let your feelings be heard. And I want to be clear, this is a no judgment zone. There is no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong answer. And I will also say, your moral conscience, those of us who are born again believers, love God and believe wholly in life. Now, listen, this is one of those things where clearly this isn't about whether or not I love God or not. This is about the love that I have for my child. This is about that. This is about knowing that my child has been abducted and I just found the guy that abducted my child. I want to also be clear for those that didn't know, apparently he had raped her before. So at what point, I mean, come on. I mean, come on. Where are we going at? Where are we going at with here? I want to read some of the comments here. Because there's a few things that have been said here. And so I'd be serving communion while serving time because I would have done the same thing. Don't come for my kids. Try me and find out. I and that's a woman. And that's a woman who has two boys,
Mhm.
but she also has a granddaughter, and she's got several grandchildren. And she's making it clear, if you come for my kids,
Mhm.
this ain't gonna turn out well for you.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna turn out well. And I can honestly say, because I was having a conversation with another pastor, and we were discussing it, and I just said, you know, because he said, just give me the bottom bunk, because I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. And I said, but what about your wife? What about your kids? What about your grandchildren? What about your business? What about your church? And and he was saying, but what you saying? You ain't gonna do it? And he asked me about my granddaughter. And I said, you know, I may not murder him, but there's gonna be a lot of pain. I mean a lot of pain. Because I did that to the guy that abducted one of my members. So if I was well, I was thinking about doing it. Now the reason why I did not engage in a confrontation because with my kids there and the young lady, nobody could drive. So I knew I got to get out of there and I got to get everybody to safety. But had that situation would have been different, and had that have been, had my guys would have been there, oh, there would have been some pain on that day. There'd have been some pain on that day. Now we might not have killed him, but he would have been a modern day Jacob because he'd have been limping for a long time. He would have been limping for a long time. I mean that because clearly you can't come for my kids. You can't, not even my spiritual ones. You can't come for that. Listen, I want to hear from you. Even as we are preparing to close, I want to hear from you in the comment section of this broadcast. I want to hear it. For those of you that would like to share your comments, you certainly can share your comments at doyenministries at gmail.com, or you can text at 410-793-7238. I would love to hear your comment. What would you do if your child was abducted by a 67-year-old man, 14 years old? He had already raped her. You have an opportunity to confront the guy that abducted your child. What would you do? What would you do? Listen, I want to share with you all that we are on television, and you can certainly find us on Roku. You can find us on Fire Stick by downloading Boxcast Television. Um, and after you download Boxcast Television, you can look us up under Clear TV Productions and you can find TNT Talk. All you got to do is just search TNT Talk and you'll see us on television. We are on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. And then we're on the Now Network. The Now Network, you can find that on the World Wide Web. Just download the Now Network, and we're on Wednesdays at 3:30. 3:30. So again, download Boxcast Television, and our producer is kind of showing you how you can find us right there on Clear TV Productions. You'll be able to look us up and you'll be able to see our broadcast live on television. And we're grateful for the opportunity to be on television. Sweetheart, it's always a joy to be with you on our TNT Talk. Certainly, I want to make sure that you're still, all of our guests are casting their votes. Um, for our ultimate elimination.
Yes.
Want to be clear that whatever your vote is, you can vote whatever you want to vote. You certainly can vote. It's totally up to you. But I want to be clear that your vote is your vote. Make your voice heard. Make your voice heard. Um,
We want to hear from you.
Absolutely. As we close out on tonight, listen, we have had a great, great night on tonight. For those of you that want to vote, you certainly can vote for the ultimate elimination. Again, we're voting between Nike and Under Armour. We're voting for um, what's the other one? Marvel. I mean, well,
Avengers
Avengers
and Marvel,
and no, Avengers and X
X-Men.
Men,
Yes.
and Apple and
Android.
Android.
Yes.
All right, Apple and Android. So those are your choices. Make your voice heard. We're delighted to have been with you on this TNT Talk. Join us again on Thursday as we will be coming back again to you for our TNT Talk. And again, you can search us on television, on Roku, and Fire Stick. We have been enjoyed being with you on tonight. This has been TNT Talk. We look forward to seeing you again real soon. Everybody have a great evening.
Have
Take
a
care.
great evening.